This is the Martin Luther King Memorial, and his walls of his quotes. There's the Washington Monument. There's the main statue. Out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. Really very big. It's for perspective. You can see how small that guy is next to him. All of these sayings are very interesting and historic. I haven't heard of this one before. I like this one. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. That's the only memorial I've never seen, so I wanted to see that one. And now you got to see it. And I'll walk around a few others as well. And then there's Jefferson's memorial. And FDR's is right over there. Right about there, not too far. But I'm limited in my time for the rest of this day, so I am not going to visit that one today. Across from the Washington Monument is the World War II Memorial. And directly across is the reflecting pool and then the Lincoln Monument way back there, the square building. And that one I'm not going to go to this time because I have also been there before, and it's divided into the Pacific, and through that arch you can see the word Atlantic on the other arch, and it shows the major events of the wars in both the Atlantic sector and the Pacific. If you've never been here, there's lots and lots and lots of historical stuff and monuments. Tons of museums. You'd really love it. So I'm going to look at this place a little bit and then head my way to the White House, the rear end, and see if they will let me through the back door. Maybe. Do you trust me? White House? And there is the back end, the back entrance of the White House, where my friend President Obama lives. And hopefully Donald Trump will not move into. Hint, hint. I won't take you to the front because I'm walking the other way. This looks like the side of the Supreme Court building, and I'm going to verify that in the front and make sure I am correct on that point. I'm on the side of the building, and there are some lovely plants along this area, and I'm about to find out if in fact it is the Supreme Court building, because I don't think I ever stood in front of that before, and I want to see that. In the meantime, just enjoy the plants. Just enjoy them. Now, this must in fact be the Supreme Court building, and I am confident it is equal justice under law. That's what it says on the top. So, and it is surrounded by mighty masculine guardians, and I'm sure those symbols mean something. Oh, but there's a woman there as well guarding, not just the mighty masculine guy. So a woman and a man are guarding the mighty Supreme Court building. Never been in there. Okay, that was the Supreme Court, just in case you were panicking. But now we are at the back of the Congress building with the big dome in the center. There's scaffolding for construction. Oh, look at it, zoom in on that. And I just saw on a sign they call this the east side, not the rear of the building. So apparently there are two fronts, an east and a west. A more common view, I shouldn't say that, a common view is the western side. I will show you. The Capitol ended there on both sides. At one point in its history, it was built in parts, and then those other two ends are additions that were added later. And there's some nice reflecting pools on this side of the building. And here are the famous U.S. Capitol porta potties. Lots of them. Actually, they are having a concert tonight. It's the day before Memorial Day, and that must be what they're for. And they are not letting you walk onto them. I don't know if that's standard practice, because you could walk the other side up under heavy police guard, or, and then there's one of the wings. Let's zoom back out. And the flag flying on the very top. Oh, yeah, I think this side is more square on the front, but those are the famous stairs. That looks like that's where they swear in the president, you know, the inauguration of the president, right there on that level. And if Trump becomes president, he will be doing the swearing. All right, so now you know that story. This is the front of the National Gallery of Art, and I went through half of it yesterday, and I have decided to come back to it and take the road less traveled a bit on this holiday and see the rest of it. Apparently it used to be the biggest marble building in the world up to a point. So, although it is sort of a road less traveled type of thing for this holiday, it was pretty full yesterday. So, really, it's a road multiply traveled. But anyway, I'm confusing myself. And of course, there is the famous, where you can see just about from anywhere, Washington Monument. And that is far more impressive than the Berlin TV Tower, don't you think? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.